Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Morgan and today we are going to be doing a video on the Jeffree Jawbreaker palette. Obviously this is kind of late, but I just never got around to it, so I'm going to be doing a review on it. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm sure you've seen it by now. I guess we're just going to go shade by shade and I'm just going to tell you about it. This white shade Virgin is very, very pigmented. It shows up perfectly. Like, I dab into it, put it on my brow bone, and it's like white. So I love this one. I kind of don't like it for setting the lid. I mean, it works, but personally for me, I don't like using a white to set the lid. This Good Morning shade, I actually kind of like this. It's pigmented for what it is because it is a pastel pink, but it's a pastel pink, so it's not, obviously, it can't be that pigmented. So I like using this in combination with other pinks in the palette, and for like soft looks and stuff. And sometimes I'll mix it with the white if I think the white's too stark. I'm cool toned, at least I think I am. It makes it more of like a beige than like the white. This shade Bubblegum I really love. I've used it in like a lot of looks actually. I put it in the crease. I'm actually not sure if this one stained me. We're going to talk about this later, but this cotton candy shade down here stained me. So I can't remember if this one actually did it or not, but there is risk of it. I should probably test it out more. This might stain. This yellow matte, wow, I love it. I use it a lot and it's just so pigmented and like impactful. I really do enjoy this shade. One of my best yellows that I have. Not my only yellows, but still one of the best. This shade Suck, I also enjoy. It's like perfect like pumpkin-y orange. I don't know how to explain it. I've been also enjoying doing a lot of monochromatic looks with this, so it was gorgeous when I tried it. The shade Licorice, to me, it was not like red. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I already own it. It's more of like a reddy brown to me. I could be completely wrong. It was not red. To me, it didn't really come out this shade. And then this could also be the brush I was using because I was using my e.l.f. crease brush, which I kind of don't like that much anymore. But I was putting it in the outer corner and it like wasn't really blending. But I kind of have a hard time blending in the outer corner personally. So it's probably just me. This mint shade I do enjoy. It kind of reminds me of something from the Thirsty palette. Is it Thirsty? Not Thirsty. I don't even own the Thirsty palette. What am I talking about? Blue Blood. I will do a comparison right now. But I do enjoy it. Although it's a little weird for me, it doesn't seem like it has anything to like mesh with in the palette. Because I mean, I've used it, but I feel like it doesn't really go with any of the colors. I'm not really good with like picking color combinations, but I do like the quality of it. This shade right here, the F word, it's so bright, so vibrant. I love that shade. I put it on a lot and then I put white highlighter on my lids as like a highlighter and it was beautiful. Or as a highlighter, as the lid shade. It was gorgeous. Oh no, I used, what's it called? Cullinan from the Blue Blood palette with that and it was, I loved it. I also enjoy using this shade Snack with it. The shade Gumdrop is beautiful. I loved it. This is one of the shades that made me want to get this palette and it was definitely worth it. I love this shade. I use my lavender shade in my NYX Brights palette. This one is so much more pigmented. So that one's like buildable. This one's like bam and I love the shade on me. It's like my favorite. I love like cool tone looks. I don't know if you can tell. It's on my eyes today. This isn't, but like a cool tone look. That's what I was saying. But I love doing that and putting anything on the lid. I love this shade. Beautiful. Again, Snack I love as a lid shade with F word. It's really pretty. I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna zoom in on it, but it's like kind of lifting out of the pan. It was like that when it came, so I'm not really complaining about it. I guess I am complaining about it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not falling out, which I was scared. I was gonna get so mad if it was gonna fall out. The Brain Freeze shade I also enjoy. Again, it's like something from the Blue Blood palette. I do like it and I like that it can go with soap. Jawbreaker right here, I'm kind of underwhelmed. Like, I would expect the shade named after the palette, like it's the Jawbreaker shade in the Jawbreaker palette. I thought it would be like something like Ba-Bam or something, and it's just this. It's like a white gold, but it's like, I know it's a shimmer, but I'm more into like foils like Snack and basically almost all of the other shimmers in the palette. This one's more subdued. I mean, it's not a satin, but it's definitely not like a foiled shade, so it's a little bit disappointing, but I mean, I've used it, it works. It's just not as shiny as I would like. I don't know, it's kind of like weird because it's like a yellow white gold. This shade And What, I loved this. I didn't realize I don't have any red shimmer until this. I felt so cool one day. I put on the Licorice in the crease and I put And What on my lid. I had a monochromatic red look. I looked so cool. Like, I felt like a vampire. I really need to do that for like Halloween or something. And I put like red under my eyes. I look cool. Orange Juice shade, I really like this one too. Again, I love it with Suck, but it's just so pretty and I just can't wait to use it like Halloween time. Like, I did a look one time. Oh, what did I use? No, I think I used Suck and Orange Juice. I don't remember what lip I used, but I was like, oh my god, this looks so good with a black lip. Look for Halloween. Orange eye, black lip. I'm loving it. This sour shade is not crazy pigmented like the gumdrop shade, but it does work. I just am confused by it. Why is it here? I appreciate that there is a green, like it's like a rainbow palette, like they didn't leave out a color. I feel like he could have included another green. Maybe this mint teal shade was supposed to be like a green, but they're not like the same tone. I wish that there was a green shimmer or like a white. I wish this was like a white with like a green shimmer. I know we have thing green in the Alien palette, but it just seems odd. What am I supposed to do with it? You can figure things out, but again, I'm so into monochromatic looks. It's like I can't do one with that. And then I was gonna say I don't want to do a crazy look all the time, but like why did I buy this palette? I'm okay with crazy looks, but I have a hard time pairing colors together, as I said, so I don't really know what to do with that shade most of the time. Soaked, I actually don't think I used it once or something. It doesn't look like it's been touched, so I don't really have anything to say about it, and if I did use it I don't remember, but it does look beautiful. And I can tell even from the Blue Blood palette, because a lot of people had issues saying it might look like one of those shades, but this one is more blue than that one. That one is more purple. Oh, Blue Monday, that was what it was called. The shade people were comparing to Blue Monday, but I mean it's still the same tone, but that is definitely more purple. This raspberry shade I actually really like. I used it with the red and the pink looks and it was really pretty, and I think this would be so beautiful in like a smoky eye in like the fall. That's like all I'm thinking about now is fall. But yeah, raspberry is so pretty. Cotton Candy, I love this shade as a shade, like, and it is so foiled and so pretty. I haven't had a hot pink shimmer ever, so Cotton Candy is so pretty, but then also it's the only shade that I've ever had stain me. Now circling back to this, Bubblegum might have stained me because I used it with it, but this one specifically I know it stained me because it was the only shade on my eyelid and my eyelid was bright pink. It didn't last that long, like it lasted like a day. I just wore makeup that day and covered it up, and then when I took my makeup off it was gone, but it did stain. It didn't really matter to me, but I'm just letting you know. This gold yellow shimmer right here called Lemon Drop, I love it. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of my favorite shade in the Juvia's Place Magic Mini palette, the yellow gold that I used so much this summer. This one is also beautiful and I love it because in that palette there's not a yellow to go with it, like a yellow matte. With this one I use this and wow, I love it. I also like putting this in the inner corner for like a statement. Pow. Bite Me, I was actually expecting that to like, because I usually do not like dark shimmers, so I kind of was like hesitant on it. Honestly, buying the palette too, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's just gonna be a shade I never use, but I used it and I was pleasantly surprised. It is not as dark as it seems in here. It's a very vibrant purple, and in this one, I don't know if this is just me, but when you look at dark shimmers, don't they look kind of less shimmery or foiled or whatever? Well, that's how I felt with this, but then I put it on, it was like basically a foil, so I was like, oh, I was pleasantly surprised. So I haven't used it that much because I am kind of scared of like dark shimmers, but it was really pretty. And then Cherry Wet, I enjoyed it, but at the same time I was like, I felt like it wasn't necessary. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or anything. We have raspberry, we have licorice, and we have Cherry Wet, and then we also have the shimmer, of course. But I mean, I guess it's okay, but it's like, felt like I didn't need it because when I blended it with raspberry, it kind of just disappeared, and then I felt like I could just like do raspberry and blend it out with like the white or this light pink over here and it would be fine. I haven't tested that out, but I feel like it would have the same effect. Tasty, I actually really do like. It's a nice cool toned brown. This cone shade is pigmented, but I think it's just my skin tone. It like shows up very little, but it is pigmented. Like I saw it immediately as soon as I applied it to my face, to my eyes. So I think it's just my skin tone, but it's a perfect transition shade because of that. And also, if I wanted to, I could set my lid very lightly with it. As I was saying, I don't like to use like stark white, so I kind of alternate between like cone and like a mixture of Virgin and Good Morning to set my lid. Anyway, nobody cares about that. And then finally we have Delicious, which again I have not used. It kind of reminds me of a shade in the Blue Blood, as I said before, but again I haven't used it, so I can't really say anything about it. So this is kind of an awful review considering it's been a while. I still haven't used all the shades and I kind of am like fuzzy on a couple things because I've been doing makeup a lot recently. I used to not be doing it as much, but then I got back into it. I've also been faster with my makeup, so it's kind of more motivation because it's like, oh, it's not going to take me like an hour. I can do it in like 20 minutes. I hope that will continue in like school because I have so many looks planned for like fall and winter. As you can tell by me just going through and telling you all the look ideas I could do. So yeah, we're just going to go into the swatches now. this palette is worth the price. I know it is a little bit higher, but it has more shades and majority of them are pretty good. I really didn't have any complaints about the quality. It was more my own personal preferences. Again, I think this is common sense, but I don't think you should get this palette if you don't like bright colors. I mean, there are a few neutral shades, but what's the point in spending that much money on a whole palette that has a majority of colorful shades if you don't like colorful shades? You know what I mean? I feel like it's common sense. But again, this is a beautiful palette. If you love colors, I would definitely recommend picking it up. If you have another rainbow palette, honestly, I'm not sure if you should get it. It depends on the quality of a rainbow palette, because I have my NYX palette and I was like, I don't need this because I already had the rainbow, but it does have more variety of shades and stuff, and I do love it. It is higher quality, as it should be, because it's a higher price, but I'm very glad I picked this up and it is a good addition to my collection. So do it that way you will, but I do recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know what palettes from Jeffree Star that you own or what palettes you would like to own, things like that. What kind of eyeshadows do you wear? And I will see you in my next video. Bye!